Alright, 6:33 a.m., 10, 20, 23. I need to take a break from politics for once, like, again, because quite literally, I am a hip hop head, like, I'm a hip hop junkie. And I made a critique, again, like, 9:34 a.m., 6:10, 20, 23. Also, military time. I wanted to go talk about the documentary that I've been making for this apartment. But again, aside from the documentary, there was this part in Nas's documentary where he let his brother Jungle explain a few things about a picture that they took back in the day when Nas was coming up, especially when he was coming up when everybody knew he was going to go and make it. Because all the homies that came through were killers that hated each other, were all opposite with one another, but also friends and family. Yeah. And again, like that reminded me of like certain people on Twitter. And it's like, again, like it's just another reenactment of a few other things. Like ever since I went to message boards from Rhyme Sharman up, like even all the way to University MC, there's of course Writer's Block. There's a few others that I forgot, but again, regardless, I didn't forget. But again, like it'll come to me one way or another. Shouts to all you guys and shouts to Rhyme Sharman. I love you guys. Wake, Lyrical Divine, even Wake is like I wasn't even in Rhyme Sharman. Oh, ill vibe. What I'm telling you, the Rhyme Strike compilation. That was. I wish I was there. Like, yeah. And again, either way, man, I love him. Like CIA, White Mist, Lyrical Divine. Where's my supposed to? Bah, 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 bah. Anyway, so like as I'm thinking about Nas's albums, again, like I start off like really listening to more. Like again, I listened to Nas before my uncle Yasser gave me his album Nas I Am. Because it seems to me like he was trying to say more than one thing to me. Like you're not getting the message here, buddy. Like because that was the first one of the well, it was written, but he wanted me to go back. Like it's like I'm not your friend. Like humor was one. I don't like you. Like I didn't never like seeing you in like the Christmas parties, like or whatever the fuck. Because quite literally, I never liked you to begin with. Yeah, and I always get made fun of because you get like to pick on the people because you're a frat boy. Because quite literally, that's just it. Yasser, Omar, even Jamie like to go have Ben's parties and get cooked out their mind. Again, quite literally, Yasser took Jamie's fake ID and got into trouble and wanted to pass judgment on me. Fuck you. Good luck being an accountant, buddy. Yeah, along with all the idiots. Yeah, what a way to be a welder and hate it no matter what. Yeah, fuck you. Back to Nas, though. Okay. Again, like when I listen to it, because it brings back trauma from my family. But anyway, I love Nas to the point, like, dude, I listen to the Lost Tapes. Like, I love Black Zombies, especially the song "Fetus," because when he started illustrating how he was being, like, how he was well, his family problems with his father and his mother, and again, like. I have to go link this to my teachings to Pan Africanism and also Malcolm X because quite literally every time when I read Malcolm X and every time I listen to Nas, I relate even to Vince Staples as well because we all have strong matriarchal figures in our lives, strong mothers. And again, I have a strong mother, but at the same time, my mom hates me. Like whereas like these guys, like no offense, I'm sorry, I'm envious of your relationship, no less. And it's like I wonder what some people say. Like I don't know about you, man. My mom wants to kill me, but either way, you feel the love nonetheless. And I don't feel the love from my mom because again, it got to the point where it just became too toxic for us. Yeah, I had to literally remove myself from that family and from that house. And they say I kicked you out, however that may look, whatever. Because again, I had to remove myself from a toxic environment, and you can't convince me otherwise. And so when I listen to even songs like The Message, when he starts breaking down to Tupac versus Bigger, whatever, and like start illustrating the problems with the record company, along with like backbiting, along with the government intervention and police harassment and stuff like that. People fail to mention these things, like And now with that, like, again, like when you go even further to even Nas, his people, Jay Z, but I don't want to get into that. I never engage in that. I love their albums. Like my favorite album from Jay Z is the Black Album. Is that your favorite album? I have to say, like, what the hell? Like all the New Yorkers are scratching their heads. Like, I can see why, especially in your case. And there's been a few heads that have said that before. but it's always a special, like it's always a weird answer that comes along with it. Yeah, because again, like no offense, like I had a hard time relating to them when he got successful because like I'm still in the trenches, you know what I mean? Yeah, but still, like they're still great artists. They really can make great art, especially Jay Z's compilation, all their features, and then yeah, when he could pick and choose which songs he wants. Like quite literally, I want to become that independent. Yeah, quite literally. Mass Appeal was a brilliant move on Nas's part. Again, I give him way more credit as a businessman when it comes to like I believe Bitcoin when he made a lot of money too. Like even Jay Z when he started doing his own thing, like yeah, and also he got more politically involved. And shouts to him for like making that one documentary about that one child who committed suicide and had suffered so much police harassment and was thrown in Rikers Island, all because of what, a bag that he didn't have or some shit like that. I don't know, man. Like quite literally, that was a messed up situation regardless. And I had to think about his mother no less too. Like, and I have to think about myself, and that's the same position as an activist. But anyway, beyond that though, like my favorite songs from Nas is like again, I always loved New York State of Mind and One Love and like yeah, but like, my favorite songs like right there is like Suspect, really, because again it puts you in that headspace. And not only that, Undying Love. Undying Love was such a depressing song, no less, because he could tell a story like no other. And now with that, when we go to Stillmatic again, like all those songs, Second Childhood and all that, that whole album was great. And even Godson, like Get Down, that was such a great song. Yeah. Now let me go. I'm sorry, like I'm being too much. I need to back away because again, like okay. So let me go listen to some Jay Z because you know what I mean. Like when I listen to Jay Z's albums, like dude, I love his collaborations with Jaz-O. Dude, let me tell you this. This is not even like a controversial statement. I love his beef more with Jaz-O than Nas. Cause that was some like buddy buddy shit. Like no offense, you know what I mean. Like yeah. There's two writers just sharpening their skills one way or another. And I love his like freestyles against Big L. Well, with Big L, I was just saying like yeah. And shouts to Big L, man. I'm gonna do that Redman shit. Like shouts to man, that dude is wow. Shouts to Tape One. Yeah. When rappers attack, that was a great album. Artifacts, great album. R.I.P. Sean P. You know what I mean? Like that shit was funny. I love these guys because quite lately I was going through bad times, and what kept me alive was their songs, their humor. They kept me laughing, one way or another. Yeah, especially Sean Price. The Freaking Rose song was so hilarious. I'll get my brother. I get my son to beat up one of you rappers. That shit's hilarious. And me, he starts like, I need to get at the exit. I need to get out my record label. I need to make more money. Either way, dude. Like, shout out to Rock. Again, I love Helter Skelter. You know, yeah, that shit's funny. Well, but I'm gonna go give you this little excerpts. All right, let me just take a little break. Yeah, it's 9:42 a.m. 6/10 2023.